Hello everyone, I am Kavita S. Patil, Assistant Professor of Information Science Department. I will be handling AD lab for the Information Science students. So, today we will discuss the first experiment of an AD, that is design an astable multivibrator circuit for 3 cases of duty cycle: 50%, less than 50%, greater than 50% using 555 timer IC. So, we will see what exactly is an astable multivibrator. Astable multivibrator is an electronic circuit which is used to implement a two-stage devices. The two-stage devices such as oscillator. That is, if I tell two-state devices, it will have a two states. That is, we have high state and low state. High state usually is taken as plus 5 volt and low state is usually 0 volt. So, an oscillator generates an oscillation. So, astable multivibrator is used to implement an oscillator. So, we will see what exactly is an oscillator. An oscillator is a one which generates a sustained oscillation without an external input, no external input. So, we will see what exactly is a sustained oscillation. Sustained oscillation is an oscillation which has constant amplitude and constant frequency. So, this is a sustained oscillation. You can see before going to the frequency, we will see what exactly is TH. This is TH, and one full cycle of a waveform will have a high as well as a low state. High state is called as TH and low state is called as TL. So, overall time period to complete one full cycle is called as T. So, T is nothing but the high state plus low state, TH plus TL. Suppose T is 1 millisecond, we know that F is equal to 1 by T. That is 1 by 1 millisecond is 1 kilohertz frequency. This is an oscillation having a frequency of 1 kilohertz. It is called as constant frequency because we have to produce, oscillator produces such oscillation such that whenever we measure T at any part of the cycle, T should remain same. If it is 1 millisecond, it should be same 1 millisecond throughout the waveform. So, here also frequency will be 1 kilohertz. 1 by 1 millisecond is nothing but 1 kilohertz. So, we call it as constant. So, we say this is a constant amplitude. Amplitude is nothing but a height of a waveform. You can see that height of a waveform is remaining same throughout the waveform. So, this is an oscillation. This type of waveform is generated by an oscillator. That is, an astable multivibrator also generates such an oscillations. So, this is not a constant amplitude and this is constant amplitude, but the frequency is not same. If you measure T here, this is one full cycle, T is 1 millisecond. Here, if you measure T at another cycle of a waveform, let us say T is 0.5 millisecond. The frequency becomes 1 kilohertz here and the frequency is 2 kilohertz here. That is, it is not maintaining the constant frequency throughout. Such oscillation will not be produced by an astable multivibrator. So, we will generate this type of an oscillation by an astable multivibrator. So, here the frequency differs. Since T is different, T is 1 millisecond for this cycle and T is 0.5 millisecond for this cycle. So, T is 1 by F. The frequency will be 1 kilohertz for this cycle. The frequency may not be 1 kilohertz for this cycle. Hence, this type of waveform is not called as sustained oscillation. So, this type of oscillation will not be produced by an oscillator. So, what is an oscillator? Oscillator is the one which produces a sustained oscillation, meaning an oscillation which has a constant amplitude and constant frequency. That means the time period for any cycle, if you measure, it should be same. That shows that it has a constant frequency. So, coming to the astable multivibrator, as I told, a multivibrator is an oscillator. So, there are different types of multivibrator, out of which we will be studying one of the type that is called as astable multivibrator. Before going to the astable, let us see which are the different types of multivibrator. The first is monostable multivibrator. Next is bistable multivibrator. stable meaning only one stable state. Bistable indicate two stable state. Astable indicate no stable state. It doesn't have any stable state. So coming to the stable state, what do you mean by stable state is, as we all know, any digital circuit will have two states. What are the two states? High state and low state. This is called as high state, making a transition to high, and this is a low state. This is a pulse, digital pulse. And we also come across these two terms, positive trigger pulse, positive trigger pulse, and negative trigger pulse. Positive trigger pulse is also a pulse. It looks like this. And negative trigger pulse is like this. The difference between this high pulse and the positive trigger pulse is, in this you can see that it is remaining high for a very longer time. If I say trigger pulse, it will remain high for a very short time, that is in terms of millisecond, not even millisecond, lesser than the millisecond. This type of pulse is called as positive trigger pulse. If it is remaining high for a very small time, then it is called as positive trigger pulse. If it is remaining low for a very short period, then it is called as a negative trigger pulse. So before going to this, with this idea, we will see what is monostable state. What is stable state is, out of two states we have a high state and low state. If it is remaining in a very one of the state for a very long time, or for an infinite time until we give a trigger pulse, then it is called as a stable state. Meaning, coming to the monostable. In a monostable, I told only one stable state. Meaning, suppose we have a pulse. If it is remaining low for a very long time, if it is remaining low for a very long time, it makes a transition to high only after giving a trigger pulse. It will make the transition only after giving the triggering pulse, and it remains time for a fixed time. That is, let us say, let me fix time as t is equal to 0.2 second. As soon as the time elapses, it will immediately make a transition to the state low. That means it remains in the low state forever until we give a trigger pulse. If I don't give a trigger pulse, it will be remaining in the same low state forever. This state is called as stable state. But if you look into this, it is remaining high and it doesn't require any triggering pulse. It remains high for a certain period of time, and immediately after this it will make a transition to low. That is monostable circuit. This is not called a stable state. Not stable state, this is a stable state. That is, monostable circuit have one stable state and requires one trigger pulse for making a transition from low to high. For making a transition from high to low, it doesn't require any trigger pulse. Such type of multivibrators are called as monostable multivibrator. Coming to the bistable multivibrator, indicate two stable state, meaning it requires two trigger pulse. Monostable require one trigger pulse. Bistable require two trigger pulse, meaning if it is in the low state, until and unless we give a triggering pulse, it will never make a transition to high. Once a triggering pulse is given, it makes a transition to high state. And here in the high state, we will not fix any time. It will wait for the trigger pulse. Once the trigger pulse is given, it will make a transition to low state. That means this is also a stable state and this is also a stable state. It is called a stable state because it remains in the same state until we give a trigger pulse. So there are two trigger pulses in the bistable multivibrator. What is astable multivibrator is? Astable multivibrator is what we study in our experiment. It doesn't require any trigger pulse. It will be in a low state for certain time period, let us say 0.5 millisecond. After this 0.5 millisecond elapses, suddenly make a transition to high state, and it will stay for certain time and immediately make a transition to low. It doesn't require any trigger pulse for making a transition from low to high or from high to low. So since it is not waiting for the trigger pulse to make a transition, hence it doesn't have any stable state, no stable state, and it does not require no triggering pulse. It doesn't require any triggering pulse. So these are the three types of multivibrator. One is monostable, second one is bistable, and the third one is astable. Monostable requires one triggering pulse to make a transition from low to high. Bistable requires two triggering pulse to make a transition from low to high as well as high to low. And astable multivibrator do not require any triggering pulse to make a transition from either high to low or low to high. Such type of circuit is called as astable multivibrator. This is what we study in our first experiment, astable multivibrator. Now we will learn how to design an astable multivibrator circuit. So first of all, the components required for designing an astable multivibrator circuits are, we require an IC. That is, the name of an IC is 555 timer IC. This is the IC, 555 timer IC. And we require resistors, capacitor, and we require a digital trainer kit to connect the circuit. So this is a circuit you need to design. So designing a circuit in the sense, if you look at this circuit, we have many components here. We have a resistors, two resistors which is named as RA and RB, and we also have two capacitors. We call this as C1 and C2, and we have an IC 555 timer. That is, overall we require three components, that is one IC, resistors and capacitors. Designing in the sense, making use of the data given, you need to design an astable multivibrator for different duty cycles. That is for 50%, greater than 50% and less than 50%. Case 1, let me take it as duty cycle 50%. So they will give a certain data. Making use of the data given, you need to find out the value of RA, RB, C1 and C2. Finding out the value of these components is nothing but a designing of astable multivibrator. What is designing? Designing is nothing but making use of the data given and making use of the formulas of an astable multivibrator. You need to find out the value of the given components, resistor RA, RB, C1 and C2. So considering this, the first case is duty cycle is 50%. The data given is duty cycle 50% and the frequency is 1 kilohertz. And we have few formulas for an astable multivibrator. This is the formula TL. What do you mean by TL is, suppose if I have a waveform, suppose if this is a waveform, this full is a waveform. In a waveform we have two states, that is a high state and low state. High state is mentioned as TH and low state is mentioned as TL. TL is nothing but low state and TH is nothing but high state. That is, these are the two formulas of an astable multivibrator. TL is 0.093 into RT into C. TH is 0.693 into RA plus RT into C. And we also know that total time period of entire one cycle, this is one cycle, high and low together is one cycle. So capital T will be TH plus TL. And we also know, if I combine TH plus TL, we get 0.693 into RA plus 2RB into RC. And we also know T is equal to 1 by F. And duty cycle G is equal to TH by T. These are the formulas used. Making use of this data given and making use of all these formulas, the main task is I need to find out the value of RA, RB, C1 and C2. This is what we will be doing here. So coming to the first here, let me calculate. Duty cycle is 50%. 50% is nothing but 50 by 100. We get it as 0.5. Substitute duty cycle as 0.5. TH, as we all know, frequency is given as 1 kilohertz. Substitute F as 1 kilohertz. We get T as 1 millisecond. That T has to be substituted here. we get TH. TH is 0.5 milliseconds. Why I need to find out TH in TL is, my task is to find out RB, RA and C. To find out RB, RA and C, I need to find out TL and TH. To find out TL, I make use of this. To find out TH, I make use of this formula. D is equal to TH by T. I get TH as 0.5 milliseconds. So making use of this formula, T is equal to TH plus TL. Substitute the value. T I got it as 1 millisecond. TH I got it as 0.5 millisecond plus TL keep it as it is. We get TL as 0.5 millisecond. So we got the two terms TH and TL. So making use of this, substitute this in this formula and try to find out RB value. So before that you need to assume the value of C1 and C2. Usually standard value for C1 is 0.1 microfarad. C2 will be assumed as 0.01 microfarad. These two values has to be assumed. The only thing is you need to find out RA and RB. To find out RB, making use of the equation 1, RB is equal to TL by 0.693 into C. We have found out the TL value. We have assumed the capacitor as 0.1 microfarad. Substitute the values, we get the RB value as 7.2 kilo ohm. RB value as 7.2 kilo ohm. And we got an RB. To find out RA, use this formula. We have RA is equal to TH minus this into RB into C by 0.693 into C. To find out RA, I need the value of RP. We have already got the value of RP. Substitute the value of RP, C, TH value, and we get RA as 15 ohm. So we have finally designed a circuit. That means we have found out the value of RA as 15 ohm, RB as 7.2 kilo ohm. We have assumed C1 as 0.1 microfarad and C2 as 0.01 microfarad. So making use of these components, you need to connect this circuit using a digital trainer kit and observe the waveform on a CRO. That is, we are supposed to get two different types of waveforms here. These are the two outputs. As I told, A-stable multivibrator is an oscillator. It produces two different types. It produces a sustained oscillation without any external input. You can see here in an entire circuit, we do not have any input. We do not give an AC input like this, or we do not use a DC input like this. So without an external input, we get a two output waveforms. So hence it is called as A-stable multivibrator. Two output waveforms are, one is capacitor waveform. This is capacitor waveform. Capacitor waveform includes charging, this is charging, and this is discharging, charging and discharging. This type of waveform is called as capacitor waveform, where you can check it at the 6th pin, because capacitor is connected to the 6th pin. And we also get another output waveform at the 3rd pin. This is called as an output waveform of an oscillator, where it involves a oscillation. You can see we do not use any triggering pulse. Without triggering pulse, TH is 0.5 millisecond, TL is 0.5 millisecond. After 0.5 millisecond, it makes a transition to TL. It stays there for another 0.5 millisecond and makes a transition to high. This keeps continuing. This type of waveform is called as sustained oscillation, will be produced by a A-stable multivibrator. So the thing is, what you need to measure is, for the given data, we have found out these values. What was the data? Frequency was 1 kilohertz. Frequency 1 kilohertz indicate T is 1 millisecond, isn't it? T is 1 millisecond. So you need to cross check using these data and using these values. Am I getting the same value T as 1 millisecond? That is what we are supposed to measure here. Say TH we got as 0.5 millisecond. We have to measure TH using CRO. It should be 0.5 millisecond. We have got TL as 0.5 millisecond. If you measure the lower transition, it should be 0.5 millisecond. So overall, what is T? T is nothing but 0.5 plus 0.5. It should be 1 millisecond. That is what we got the value. So you need to cross check all this value in an output waveform using a CRO. So this will be done in the lab using CRO and signal generator.